how to legalize your basement suite.
And what it might cost. I'm Jasmine Lai.
And I'm Felix Chan.
And we're the LiveInnerCity real estate team. And today we're going to tell you a little bit more about one of the investment plays that you can make as an investor. Thank you. I have to put it further from you because you're louder. But one of the investment plays that you can make, which is taking an illegal secondary suite and legalizing it. And if you do that before December 31st, 2021, you're gonna save a bunch of costs right off the bat, almost $900 on the fees. And you'll only have to build it up to fire code, as opposed to after December 31st, 2021, you have to do it up to building code, which would cost you actually initial cost 40, 50 grand?
Minimum $40,000 to $50,000, just because you have to do so much more, like adding in a secondary furnace or secondary heating source. So you need a furnace, and then you have to do all the ductwork. It gets pretty expensive.
That's right. So today we have this, our client's legalization that we're doing right now. It's in the process of actually doing the renovations. We're going to show you what's been done and what hasn't been done, and what legalizing a basement needs in order to get you into the registry, which is for lifetime.
And there is a benefit to legalize your basement, not only for the cost savings, but it obviously brings up the safety of the basement suite. And it gets registered on with the City of Calgary's legalization registry. Yeah, so tenants can go online, they can check out which has a legal suite, and you could get more rent just because it's more safe. And or it's going to rent out quicker because of the added safety measures.
Perfect. So let's go show you this place.
Go ahead, Jess.
All right. So we'll take you in the laundry room here first. And basically, one of the things you'll need to have is you're going to have at least a 1/2 inch drywall at the top here, or a sprinkler system.
Yeah, so we're helping our guy renovate and legalize it. So before, what they had up here were ceiling tiles. So we ripped all that down, and we've insulated the top. There was no insulation there before. So the insulation obviously helps make it a little bit more energy efficient, but it also acts as a secondary purpose for soundproofing. So in the basement or the utility room, because of all the pipes and the ducting, it's very costly to actually put drywall up, because they have to cut all the holes. It's very time intensive. So the easiest way to do that, to take care of that part, is just putting in the sprinkler system. So we had ordered that for this place, another place, and my basement that I legalized just last year. We hired Blackwater Protection, or Blackwater something. We'll put the link down below. The cost is it starts around $750 or so. But if you need to put in a few more, then the cost goes up. There's 4 sprinklers in here, which we'll show you, and the total cost was around $850 to $900.
One of the things you'll want to consider as well is if you're going to do drywall on the ceiling and you don't have the best lighting, and you want to put pot lights in there to make it a little bit more updated, you might as well do it at the same time. That's going to save you on costs. So let's go to the next room, mechanical room.
And the pot lights, it was just bought from Costco. It was pretty cost efficient from there. Yeah, and some of the ceiling lights that we're going to be putting up too.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jazz.
So here we are in the furnace room. There's sprinklers, we're showing you those. There's another one right here. And make sure you get the permits for plumbing. You need that in order to legalize your secondary suite.
Yeah. You could pull the permit yourself. Careful. Or you could get, I think Blackwater might do that. So it's a little bit of a mess in here because the kitchen cabinets are actually here. But like I said, because of all the nooks and crannies, because of all the ducting and stuff, it's just easier and more cost effective to just put in sprinklers.
Right. Okay, so for this 4 sprinkler system, you said it's about $750. Is that like $750 per, or what was the total cost?
Total cost around $850 to $900. But if you need one, like I only needed one at my place, and it was only $750. But because there was 4, I think it was like $850, $900.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. So this is the kitchen and the living room I'm standing in right now. And
Almost tripped.
this thing is for putting up drywall if you're by yourself.
Yeah.
But as you can see up here, it's all drywalled, and also all the electrical has been done for the pot lights that are going to go up there.
Yeah, and one thing too is when we tore down these walls, there was no insulation in the basement against the basement foundation. So we've insulated it all, and obviously the drywall is going up. That is Chris. He is the one helping out with our drywall here, and you can tell we're putting up pot lights, and then we're gonna reinstall all the cabinets here. So it's gonna be a lot brighter than what it was before. We're gonna be putting in some new flooring, but that doesn't really.
That's not part of the
Legalize
that you need, but
it just makes it pretty.
yeah, I mean, the economy of scale is the big thing. Is if you're going to do things like the drywall, you might as well do the insulation. Yeah. It's just going to help be more efficient, less expense for you every month, and for your rental, and better cash flow.
Egress windows.
Egress windows are in the in the bedrooms.
It's only required in the bedrooms.
Correct. So follow me. So this is a legal egress window, and it has to be a certain size. It has to be able to open from the inside, so there can't be a lock or bars on the outside, because someone has to be able to crawl out if there's a fire. I don't think you can reach that.
I can barely reach this.
I don't think you can climb out there. You'll
need
need
a fire in here. I'd be like, Jess, get over here.
But yeah, so you can't have bars on the outside either. As long as it could be open from the inside, it's okay, but we don't recommend that. Let's go to the next bedroom.
So there's 2 bedrooms down here, and the only egress window you need is actually the one in the bedroom. The kitchen doesn't have to be. It's only the bedrooms. In case there's a fire, you're sleeping, you need to get out. Now, you can either replace an existing window with just the glass. That's relatively cheap. I think when I did mine, it was around $750 or something like that. But if you need to carve in a new window, it's going to cost around $2,500 to $3,000, and that's when you start cutting into the concrete.
That's a brand new window.
Brand new window.
But if you have one that's too small and you just need to increase the size, that's about $1,000 to $1,500. And if you have 2 windows in a bedroom, only one needs to be egress.
Yeah, that's right. So we re-insulated all the walls in here as well too, and it looks starting to come together, even though it's a mess right now. All right. It's kind of a weird area. Doesn't really do much. But these are the lights I was talking about. You can get these lights from Costco. They're pretty cheap, and they're good for basements with that have a low ceiling. There's some lights that kind of come down quite a bit, but you don't want that because, I mean, look at the ceiling. It's kind of short for jazz. See? But look how much headroom I have. Yeah.
I mean, you just need like a doghouse almost.
Yeah. So, that's.
We also need to talk about the smoke alarms.
Yes, the smoke alarms. Let's see here. We'll go into the utility room. Oh, the bathroom. Let's show you the bathroom real quick. Okay. I mean, there's not much you have to do in here. We're just replacing the toilet. it's an old toilet. You want an elongated toilet. Those are the most comfortable. And then, yeah, we're kind of leaving this as is. And going out so we can show you.
So, I'm not as loud as Felix, so I actually need the mic. One of the things you'll need to have hardwired smoke alarms. What that means is if it rings in the basement suite, it's also going to ring upstairs. They're connected. This is important if there's a fire, obviously, so everyone can get out in time.
Interconnected fire alarms between the upstairs and downstairs.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the walk up now, or the exit. Okay, so this house does not have a walk up. That means leading to the exterior door here. There's usually a stairway, an exterior stairway. That's called a walk up. If you have one of those, it has to be covered the entire width and length of that stairway. Especially when you have a window nearby, because if there's a fire, it might break while you're trying to leave and it's going to cut you. So it has to be vertically 5 meters away and 3 meters horizontally from a window.
Yeah, so when you're looking for an investment property and you're looking to legalize it to reduce your costs, look for a back entrance like this, where there are no stairs to go down. You can just kind of walk right up to the door and head downstairs. That's going to save you some cost, because to put coverage on top is it could be quite costly.
That's right. So just to recap, we need egress windows in the bedrooms, at least one, right? We need interconnected fire alarms. We also need
half-inch drywall in the ceiling. If not, you have to have sprinklers in there.
And then we have the covered walk-up if you have that. So those are the 4 things that you need. But these things are always changing with the City of Calgary as they evolve. So that's why right now this is what it is. But we're going to leave a link to the City of Calgary website so that you can check that out and know the exact dimensions. And we're also going to include a downloadable of average costs, because that's important, of what your cash investment must be to legalize a basement.
Yeah, and to legalize my basement, it was about $3,000, and I didn't really have to do a whole lot. I just had to replace. I didn't have to replace any of the windows. It was really just the sprinkler system, and yeah, just I think that was
windows, and yeah, you didn't have to
windows.
do windows.
I didn't have to do windows because they were already egress size. But yeah, I mean, every house is gonna be a little bit different. And so we've helped a lot of our other clients, and I've done it myself, to legalize basements. So if you guys are interested in knowing, what the ins and outs are, that's really it. But we're going to leave that link to the City of Calgary so you guys can check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us.
Great. Well, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave us any questions in the comments.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, take care. See you in the next one. We're going to bring you back 2 weeks from now to show you the finished product in a legal basement suite. So stay tuned for that. Both units, people.
My alarm is going off.
Don't worry, there's also renovations going on too.
I apologize. It's for my vision exercise I'm supposed to do every day.
AKA nap. I don't know how you're gonna climb out in case of fire. They got boost you like this.
Jazz, give me a boost.
Isn't it nice that Felix has a haircut finally?
Yes. Yes. My mom told me I needed a haircut, otherwise she was gonna disown me. So I'm over here. I'm up here. I have the best videographer today, my girlfriend. Thanks, babe. Hello, we're up here. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'm actually not this height. I'm standing on a step lower. So,
Yeah, you see.
just so you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you.